Hi, welcome to the Elvis Conspiracy. My name is Jeff Dixon, and I am your host as we look at the life and the death and the life, maybe, of Elvis Presley. Over the previous episodes, we have covered and uncovered and looked at a lot of the stuff that is all tied into this idea that Elvis might not actually have died when he said, or when it was reported that he died. And so the Elvis Conspiracy has been designed to kind of carry us through that, the investigation of the life, death, and life of Elvis Presley. In this episode, we're going to look at evidence and controversy. In some ways, it's going to be a review. And so if you've watched the previous episodes, we're not going to say anything that's brand new. But where we're going right now is we're going to review in the next couple episodes because we're getting ready to turn a corner and make some summary statements and then introduce you to a theory that you probably haven't ever heard before that is unique to the Elvis Conspiracy series. And one more thought that you can kind of dump into the dumpster of thoughts about whether or not you think that Elvis may not have left the building when he said he did. And so, let's review the evidence. The official story: Elvis Presley was found dead at the age of 42 in his Graceland mansion in Memphis, Tennessee. The official cause of death was reported to be a heart attack, later attributed to a cardiac arrhythmia brought on by long-term prescription drug abuse. The autopsy findings revealed significant heart disease and traces of multiple prescription drugs, including opiates, sedatives, and barbiturates in his system at the time of his death. Toxicology reports showed a lethal cocktail of drugs, including codeine, morphine, and Valium. He was in poor health, caused by years of overindulgence, obesity, and addiction, likely all exacerbated by the drugs. His medical history: he reportedly suffered from hypertension, liver damage, glaucoma, and other health issues, and his physician, his personal physician, Dr. George Nicopolis, Dr. Nick, prescribed an estimated 10,000 doses of medications in the months leading up to his death. That is the official story. There has also been a controversy, though, the debate over the cause. There's been significant debate regarding whether Elvis's death was purely accidental, self-inflicted, or the result of negligent medical care. For the prescription drug abuse, Dr. Nick faced professional scrutiny and was later stripped of his medical license for overprescribing medications to Elvis Aaron Presley. Critics will argue that Elvis's addiction to prescription drugs, compounded by poor medical oversight, contributed directly to his premature death, and that very well may be true. Now, on the question of medical mismanagement or natural causes, some would argue that his death was primarily due to long-standing health problems rather than overdose. Others contend that if his drug use had been better managed, his heart attack might have been preventable. There are fans out there who simply just refuse to believe that Elvis would have taken any kind of drugs, and yet the reality is there were drugs that were found in his system. However, the one piece that we allow to fester just a little bit is that the rumors of the cover-up began when parts of the autopsy report were sealed for 50 years, speculating on what might have been hidden. We covered that in an earlier episode. And it still begs the question, because those records are still sealed, why were they sealed? What's in those sealed records? And what will those records reveal once they are opened? And so, Elvis Presley died at the age of 42 officially. The controversy has always been about the cause of his death. But there is a conspiracy theory that began to emerge very quickly, which we have spent a great deal of time focusing on. And that conspiracy is simply, did Elvis fake his own death? And was he really alive? And he didn't leave at age 42, as the official report that we just talked about suggests. We'll pick that up on our next episode.